All right. Sorry.
I mean, they're doing pretty much a lot of the same things, being aggressive and being in their gaps and really just forcing us to make threes. They're pretty much all 5 in the paint or right outside of it, so really not letting us get into the basket, into the paint. So a lot of it is getting too far in the paint and then trying to throw it out and hands are there, and just got to make it we all got to get to our spots a little bit better and then just be ready to knock it down.
In that fourth quarter, you guys almost cut it down to 2. Where did you see them pull away then after that?
I mean, a couple make shots can get the lead back up. A couple miscues from us hurt us down the stretch, but we were able to get back into the game, so that was a good sign. But we got to be able to finish a little bit better than what we did.
Trey, on a night where you guys are playing a lot more aggressively, you're getting inside out more like you wanted to over game 1. How frustrating is it to feel like you let one slide because of things like turnovers?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. Obviously, we feel like we let one slide. But you can't let it linger too far. I mean, we got another game in a couple of days, so I mean, obviously we feel like we let one slip away, but I mean, if the ref's going to let them be as physical as they are and not call fouls, I mean, it's going to be hard to really do anything anyway. So it's got to be a little bit better with knowing where we got to be and just be ready to take care of home.
Defensively, Jimmy Butler, when he plays like he does, I mean, that's a total team effort to try to slow him down. But what did you see from him tonight that you guys couldn't quite stop there late?
I mean, he had some tough shots. He had a 3 kind of fading to our bench. I mean, that's a tough shot. I mean, that's stuff. A lot of shots there's shots that you can't guard. I mean, on both teams. So he had a couple of shots tonight that I mean, we gotta be able to live with.
And Trey, heading back home though, you guys, especially late in the season, one of the very best home records. What is it about your team that makes you guys so difficult to beat at home?
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta's been bringing the energy this past month and 2 going into the playoffs and to the postseason, and we haven't played there in a long time, so at least it feels like it. And we're ready to get back home and get back to work. And Game 3 is going to be loud. It's going to be fun. And we just got to go home and take care of home. That's all we got to do.
Hey, Trey, I know this one slipped away from y'all in the fourth, but with the way Bogey was shooting and what you guys were getting from him, just how good was it to see his fight and the way he was kind of starting to take over in that second half? Yeah,
it was great to see. Great for him to get into a rhythm, especially going back home to finish out the game the way he did. He was playing like that the whole game. So the way he was into a rhythm tonight, it was great to see. And we got to all kind of follow up on him and catch up on his speed and get into a rhythm, especially at home.
Any more questions in the room? We've got one question on Zoom. On Zoom, we'll go to Peter Oritz.
Hi, Trey, Peter, Tees on Fire Media. Coming home to Atlanta, what adjustments do you guys still need to do for the next game?
I mean, obviously, you got to watch the film and then see where we can get better. I got to do a better job, obviously, of taking care of the ball and being stronger with the ball. And I will when we get home. And just got to get back and watch the tape. And for our team, just be ready for Game 3. It's going to be loud in State Farm, and you got to be ready to bring it.
2 games. I don't think I'd say I surprised myself, but these are the moments that you dream of and you look forward to. So I've just been in the moment, excited to be here, excited to help us win, and just looking forward to the next one.
Gabe, I know most of the time you're in the game, you're picking up Trey full court. I mean, what's your approach when guarding a guy like that who could pull up from wherever and hit a shot? I mean, what's your approach when you're trying to keep with him?
Try not to let him get the ball. It's the best way to guard him, I'd say. Try not to let him get the ball. You know, he's a dynamic player. Like you say, he can score from damn near half court. So, you know, he does a lot of things really well offensively. So any way I can disrupt him, I try to.
Gabe, you guys held him to 1 for 12 the other night. You forced him into a career best, career high, well, whatever you want to call it, 10 turnovers tonight. He just said a few minutes ago that he's hoping to get more calls, said you guys are being too physical with him. Like, how would you sort of assess the job that you guys have done against him in the first 2 games?
I thought he got a lot of calls tonight. I don't know how many he got, but, I mean, we're just playing hard, playing Miami Heat basketball, compete in every possession, and we're going to continue to do so.
Gabe, during the season, you got some minutes playing with Kyle, and it seemed like there was a comfort level there from the very beginning. And then getting those minutes with him tonight in a playoff game, how comfortable are the two of you guys together in terms of who handles, who plays off the ball, who guards in which situation?
Extremely comfortable. Me and Kyle talk a lot, especially basketball. Talk basketball a lot, so we're constantly trying to figure things out and help each other score, help each other put other guys in situations. And it helps when there's more than one guy to bring the ball up the court and set things up. So I think it helps me. I think it helps him too. Can help him get going, play off the ball a bit.
Okay, pardon me for bringing it up, but last couple of years you had been on a bit of a journey with your own jumper, up and down, tweaking the mechanics. So to watch Jimmy, who had shot 23% from three tonight, have the kind of shooting night he did tonight with the performance he had, is there a way you can explain that?
Explain Jimmy making shots? He's
Jimmy
finally
making
shooting
threes.
them. He's finally shooting them. How many times have we seen him the last couple of years turn down those shots? Jimmy's a great offensive player as well as a great defensive player, and we've seen that time and time again. And now that he's shooting that three ball more confidently, he's making them, and it just takes his offensive game to another level.
Gabe, how do you think Jimmy's personality is reflected in this Heat team?
I think we go as he goes. He brings that fire, that intensity, and we feed off of it. We feed off him, and he leads and we follow.
Gabe, what's it like being Jimmy's teammate when he's on a roll like that? In the minutes that, we don't know, we can't see.
Incredibly fun. Incredibly fun. You talk about a guy that loves to compete. He's the definition of a competitor almost in my eyes. So it's fun to be out there and compete with him and see him get going and see him enjoy those moments.
Gabe, it seemed like there was possessions later in the game when you would pick up Trae Young half court and he would be calling to get you switched off of him. What does that do for your confidence, kind of given the road that you take in here, getting meaningful playoff minutes, and you're getting an assignment like that?
I just relish in it, to be honest. I haven't even looked at it from that lens. I've just been so in the moment, and even now I'm just thinking about the next one, the next matchup, and what they're going to do and so forth. So I'm just excited to be here.
Thanks, Gabe.
Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, obviously way better game than first game, but still lost. But we're down 0-2 and on to the next one.
You were able to go off there in that fourth quarter. What allowed you to get so open and create some of those open shots that you had?
I felt maybe I wasn't aggressive enough at the beginning. I got in a foul trouble quick, and I felt I had to do something, so I just play freely, honestly, and but it doesn't matter now, still 0-2. First game was a terrible game, now a great game. Doesn't matter, 0-2, so new start.
What do you take away from this one? Like, what's the biggest adjustment you think you need to bring back into home game 3, because you guys do have such a good home record this year?
They're a really experienced team, and they really show how the way every team should play at home. They use the energy from the crowd. It's really tough to play against them here, honestly, but we got to do the same at home. We know how our Atlanta Hawks fans are treating us during the season, and I know for the playoffs it's going to be even better, so I'm excited to play in front of our fans.
Hey, Bogey. Nate mentioned that he felt like this one, unfortunately, kind of came down to turnovers. What did you see in that regard with turnovers? I know Miami obviously, gets into passing lanes and is very physical, or was it decisions on y'all's end as well?
Experience, honestly, some couple of times, we should dive to the ball. Maybe we took the step back, or, we didn't set a screen or whatever. But that's that little experience that makes a difference in game, I felt like they were struggling to hit a shot at the end, and then they found the rhythm and momentum back through this experienced plays, easy layups and some good possessions defensively. So, all credit to them in first 2 games.
Let's go out to one on Zoom.
We'll go to Alexander with one question on Zoom.